Hello friends. So today in this video, we're going to see how we can integrate a Postgres MCP server into our VS Code Copilot in agent mode, and using that, how we can get the records from our PostgreSQL database. So basically, like, we'll be giving the prompt and we'll be interacting with the database. So how it is happening? And this is happening only because of this PostgreSQL MCP server. So what we will be doing in this video, we'll be downloading uh, PostgreSQL MCP server. So it will be downloaded at our side and it will be connected to a PostgreSQL MCP server. So basically what it does in a chat, like here, in a chat in a agent mode, when we download this MCP server, all these tools which has been exposed in this Postgre MCP server, it will be available to us. Tools will be, you can assume, as a functions. So it will say you can execute these functions, and this function, with the help of this function, you can query your database. So this is magic. You can say, like, you are interacting. So your LLM, in short, you can say your LLM is taking your natural language in as an input, and then it will be transforming and it is connected to proper MCP server tools, and it is a proper query is executing on the server side, and it is giving you the response. So this is how it is working, and we'll see in this video step by step. Please don't skip this video. Please watch this video till the end. You will get all the idea how we can integrate this PostgreSQL MCP server. So let's start. Now, first, that already I mentioned you that we'll be using a PostgreSQL MCP server. So first, in short, I'll show you our PostgreSQL database. So this is a PostgreSQL database, and you can say this is a PG admin. And first, I just wanted to show you that this is the database company, and this is a one table. This is a one table employee, and this record will be fetching through the GitHub Copilot, will be writing the prompt and will be getting this record. We are not writing query. Query is being written at MCP server. So we'll be through the chat, through the commands, through the prompts, we'll be getting all these records. So now the first thing that I already show you, I already mentioned you, first we'll be installing this PostgreSQL MCP server. So basically what you have to do, you have to just Google PostgreSQL MCP server, and the downside you can see there is a link of this PostgreSQL MCP server. You have to just click it, and this is basically a site mcp.so, which lists down all the, like, many developers used to list down all this MCP server. So you have to just click this PostgreSQL MCP server, and yeah, 1 second. See what is this PostgreSQL MCP server. So you can see it is saying that this is a server model context protocol that facilitates PostgreSQL database operations, allowing AI model to interact with the PostgreSQL database through the standardized interface. So to use this server via npm with npm install, you can use the npm install this command to run, or directly using npx mcp server. Configure this server with the required environment. So basically, the first thing that you need to remember, so this is the npx package. So this is basically a node. So a node environment, node.js environment will be needed to use this PostgreSQL MCP server. So you will be saying, what is node.js? So JavaScript runtime environment that you require to use this MCP server. So what you have to do, you have to just go on this node.js. So basically you have to come here and you have to just install git node.js. It will give you the latest long-term support Node.js model. You have to just click next, next, next. It will be downloaded and it will add your path, your environment variable. So you don't need to worry. You have to just get this Node.js. So once your Node.js get installed, it will set the JavaScript runtime environment. So that requirement we have fulfilled. Like it is saying to use this PostgreSQL MCP server, you need this Node.js environment. Okay, what are the key features? You can see secure connecting handling with automatic cleanup with prepared statement, SQL for SQL parameter, comprehensive error handling, this thing. So you give your prompt using your LLM. LLM get those commands. It will automate facilitate to MCP server. What MCP server does, it does all kind of, it prepares a lot of queries, it make those kind of things, and then it connects to your PostgreSQL. So this is kind of MCP server acting as a bridge. You can say a port. It is acting as a USB port. So like when you type those, you can say a natural language command. So it comes to know, like agent comes to know, like, oh, these are the tools are available. I need to call these tools, and these tools are available to this MCP server. It connects to this MCP server, and those query get executed there. Now we won't waste time. Now we'll just, so you can see this MCP server you need to install. You can see you need to install this, and once you set up your MCP server, this kind of configuration comes that you need to check. So this is how the configuration should come. You don't need to write any configuration. This configuration will automatically come. I'll show you. So you have to go VS Code. Okay. Now VS Code, you can just create a folder .vs code, and basically in .vs code you can create a empty file mcp.json. Basically our MCP server configuration will become here. Okay. So once you create that folder and mcp.json, you'll be seeing a button add server, because it comes to know mcp.json means you are trying to add a MCP server. So you just click on this add server. Now here you will see these are the options that you need to remember. The first option is like it is saying ki if you have some MCP server that is set up on a local, means you have created your own MCP server using a Python or a JavaScript environment on a local. If you want to include it, you can include HTTPS. If there is something a remote you want to connect it, you can. If it is an npm package, yes, this is fulfilling all requirement, because our MCP server, PostgreSQL MySQL server, is of npx mode, JavaScript environment mode. So yes, we are interested. You have to just click this. No, we are interested in creating MCP server for this npm package. So we just selected. So it is saying enter npm package name. So we'll write we need MCP PostgreSQL Postgres server. So it will go to this npm repository and it will download. I have to enter. So it will saying you want to install. Yes, I'm installing Postgre host name. So basically host name. So you are saying no, my Postgre is installed on my local. It is not installed on a specific remote server. So you are saying my Postgre is installed on local host. Okay. So yes. And default port that you should remember. Default port is one second. Default port of PostgreSQL is 54332. That you need to remember. 5432 default port. Also while installation you can check that default port of PostgreSQL is 5432. Okay. Now the next thing it is asking enter username. So you might be worrying what is username. So default username for the Postgre is Postgres only. Postgres. Okay. Default username Postgres. It is asking password that I already, you might be while installing Postgre, you might have set a password that you have to insert. So I inserted the next. Okay. Next, database name. So I am saying my database name that I already told you which database you are interested. So I am saying I'm interested in my database company. Okay, so you'll be querying about company. So you mention company. Okay, you mention company, and then yes, so it will be installing, and then server ID you can keep it as a Postgres only, and then you can see I already mentioned you have not created any configuration. This configuration is automatically get created by just providing your input. So you provided all your input. You can see this all has been came, and like I was telling you that the similar configuration that was showing on mcp.so, so similar configuration has been created here. Now you can see already my server has started, MCP server has already started running, as soon as you create it. Now the next most important thing you have to see, now my MCP server, this VS code, this in agent mode, this has detected that there is MCP server is running, automatically it detect, and all the tools, all the function which are available in that MCP server will be listed down here. If you can see here, and in the downside you can see, oh, there is a MCP server as a Postgres, and these are the available tools that you can invoke. Now I'll show you how I can connect. So I'm saying, so what do you want? First, what we'll do, connect a Postgres database. So I'll saying please connect. I'm just writing hash. By using hash you can invoke those tools. So you are saying connect db. So you are just saying connect db. So to connect PostgreSQL, I need the following details. So I'm just saying, so no, so basically it just saying, it describing all the parameter that you need to connect. So basically this is a basic tools. So basically what we'll do, we'll execute query. No, we are not, we'll just execute query. So, or if you want a specific table structure, like we have a, 1 second, pg admin. If you want interested in our company have a table employee, if you want employee structure, so we'll be using this. Okay, so describe table, we describe table, give me the information about table structure. Okay, so automatically it will connect to our database and it will describe the table which is there. So if you can see, yes, yes, yes. So to describe a table, I need the table name. Okay, so I need to provide the table name. Okay, so it also need table structure of table. In the information about, I need to specify under public. So it is saying under public, I need to describe table structure of employee. Okay, now it will be giving me the structure of the all the, yes, so you can see now it hit the input. Now it has taken, now you have given your prompt, now it is running on your server. It is saying now this function has been get table structure, and it is running on the server. So it got come to know that, oh, you are interested in employee. Okay, yes. So I just say, note that the MCP server, there is a warning will be come, note that MCP server malicious conversion content may contain. So obviously you just click on this continue, and now you will see the structure. So I have not given this structure. Using this is already created there. Now this agent comes to know that this this is the MCP server, there is an MCP server, and that fetch all the records. I have not given this input to this Copilot. How it comes to know? It comes to know through this MCP server. Now you can see that all the, like this one, like the things which I have created, it is able to execute. It is able to access. Now you can see ID, name, salary, and address. It is able to access. So using this MCP server only. Okay. So now I'll say list schema, list all the schema in the database. So I'll say I'll run this. I'm interested in list schema. Okay, list all tables. Okay, so it will be executing list schema tools of MCP server, and I am providing this my list all table prompt. So what it will do, it will display all the schema on the tables which are available under public. So we have only employee. Okay, we have only employee table which is there. Okay, that is also running. That's great. Now we'll be saying a query. We'll be using a query. We'll be using a query. Yes, we'll be using query. Select all. Give me, maybe I'll be saying now this time, give me all record of table employee. Now I'm saying, now I know these are the records all employee table, and now I am asking the same detail using Copilot. So it has to return all the rows. So let's check. Yes, so you can see the select star from employee actual the query that has to be executed, because if you want all the records from a table, obviously that the same query that you will be running select star from. Okay, and the same query is being executed at MCP server. It is saying now this query has to be executed at MCP server, and you say continue, and now you will get the response. Because the employer does not exist, possibly due to the sensitivity. Okay, case sensitivity may be like that. Okay, maybe yes. So I'll be saying employ employ. Okay. Yes. So now it will be running. Yes. So you can see all the records has been fetched using this MCP server on your Copilot chat. So you have a successfully integrated. Now I won't be giving any context. Now this Copilot has to understand the context. Now I won't be giving any context. Okay, and now I'm tired. So I'll try without giving any context. So tell me the salary of tell me the salary of employee Ramesh. Suppose this query has to execute. Let's wait. Now you can see select salary from employee where name is Ramesh. So it is working fine now. You don't need to give the context. Now it comes to know that you have given this is failed because salary does not exist, because you need to specify correct name. So maybe that is getting updated at there. And you can say the salary of Ramesh is 60,000. Is it correct? So we will check. Oh, that's correct. That's correct. The salary of Ramesh is 60,000. So if you want, you want another query? Maybe what we can say, give me the employee name who stays at Mumbai. Okay. Give me the employee name who stays as Mumbai. So it is running. It is saying I'm going to run this query. Address. Yes, that seems correct. So we'll be running. And the employee who stays as Mumbai at Mumbai is Ramesh. So you can see using these tools, our MCP server is running, and we can using these tools we are able to interact using this Copilot, and it is running everything, and it is giving me all the records that I want, and it is giving me the correct result. That is what I want, and you can see similar like that. You can also set up a different MCP server, and you can integrate, or maybe the MCP server as of now it has been written for a Node.js and Python, for a Python environment and Node.js environment. So maybe you can install for the Python environment also, and for the npx Node.js, and you can install like I have already shown you, and you can start using it. And you can just, after installing, you just need to check either the tools has came or not. If the tools has not came, so you won't be able to interact. So that first you need to check it. And now you can see we are able to access. And let me know if you need another video, if you want to integrate another MCP server, please let me know. And if you like this video, please share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.